Welcome to today's practical session in comparative anatomy. Today, we will conduct a complete dissection of the pigeon, scientifically known as Columba livia. Our goal is to gain a deep understanding of avian biology by exploring its external features, body cavity, and major organ systems through direct observation. Before we begin the procedure, let's outline our primary objectives. We will start by identifying external adaptations for flight, then move on to exposing the body cavity using precise incision techniques. Once the coelomic organs are revealed, we will trace the major systems, including digestive, respiratory, and circulatory, specifically looking for how their form relates to the demanding functions of a flighted bird. To ensure a successful dissection, please check your tray for the following materials: a freshly preserved pigeon specimen, a wax-based tray, 18 to 20 dissecting pins, and your toolkit, which should include a scalpel, both blunt and sharp-pointed forceps, scissors, and dissecting needles. You will also need a hand lens for detail work and cotton for cleanup. Safety and ethics are paramount in our laboratory. Ensure your specimen is ethically sourced and that you work strictly under supervision. Handle chloroform only as directed by your instructor. When cutting, always pin the specimen ventral side up and make shallow, controlled incisions to avoid damaging the internal organs. Once finished, follow biohazard protocols for disposal. Let's start with our external observations. Notice the spindle-shaped body, perfectly streamlined for flight. Key features include the toothless beak, the nictitating membrane protecting the eye, and the forelimbs modified into wings. Note the scutate scales on the legs and the uropygial gland at the tail base, which produces oil for waterproofing the feathers. Now we move to the technique. First, pin the specimen firmly to the tray. Wet and part the ventral feathers to expose the skin. Then make a mid-ventral incision from the throat to the vent. Carefully lift the body wall to avoid the viscera, and finally, cut through the ribs and coracoids to lift away the keeled sternum. This will provide a clear view of the organs in situ. The digestive system is specifically adapted for a granivorous or grain-eating diet. As you reflect the liver lobes, you will see the esophagus leading to the crop, where food is stored and softened. Next is the proventriculus, which secretes gastric juices, followed by the muscular gizzard that grinds food with the help of swallow grit, effectively replacing the function of teeth. Birds have a highly specialized respiratory system to meet high oxygen demands. You will find small, spongy lungs fixed against the ribs. Crucially, notice the thin-walled air sacs that extend throughout the body. These do not just lighten the bird. They enable a unique one-way airflow, ensuring the lungs receive fresh air during both inhalation and exhalation. In the circulatory system, you will observe a large four-chambered root. This complete separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood allows for the high metabolic rate needed for powered flight. Note that unlike mammals, pigeons possess only the right systemic arch, and their red blood cells are nucleated and oval in shape. The urinogenital system is located dorsally, pressed against the vertebral column. Observe the trilobed kidneys and the lack of a urinary bladder, which is a weight-saving adaptation. In males, you will find paired testes, while in females, usually only the left ovary and oviduct are functional. Another key evolutionary step to reduce body mass. Finally, we examine the nervous system by carefully opening the skull. The pigeon's brain features very large optic lobes, correlating with their acute vision, and a highly developed, folded cerebellum. This complex cerebellum is essential for managing the intricate balance and coordination required during flight. In conclusion, our dissection reveals that every aspect of the pigeon's anatomy is a masterclass in flight adaptation. From the air sac system that lightens the body to the specialized digestive tract that processes food efficiently without the weight of teeth, we see how dominant evolutionary pressures have shaped this vertebrate for life in the air. For those who wish to delve deeper into these structures, I recommend consulting these classic texts, including Ayar's Manual of Zoology and Young's The Life of Vertebrates. Please ensure your practical records are updated with today's findings before leaving the lab. Thank you.